Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And we are here to see, ladies and gentlemen, if the New York Knicks can win their fourth straight. And if they do, it'll be the first time this season that they've won more than 3 in a row. And if they win this fourth straight tonight, they'll be 500. Going into a nice little break, a nice little stretch, and then they come back and play the Minnesota Timberwolves because that San Antonio game has been postponed. So this is a good position for the Knicks to be in right now. Get this win tonight versus the Magic. Go into this little stretch where they can practice, rest, practice, come back fresh, and be ready to, tackle this 5-game, 6-game homestand or whatever it is, man. So I'm excited and I'm looking forward. Let's get to work though. Let's get busy. We got our crew here right now. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing on and popping. Andy, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
What up? What up to the chat? What up to the panel? What up to you, Sim? Happy to be here. Happy to be on another episode that's probably going to be brewing again, just like last time.
So it's not going to be like last night's.
You might hope, Sim, but you never know.
I hope it's not going to be like last night's because, man, everybody had to go get a drink after that one. Everybody had to go get a drink after that one, boy. It was shush. That joint was off the hook.
It was fire. It was fire, bro.
It was fun though, but it was definitely a spirited debate. Steph, how you feeling today, this afternoon?
I feel really good. Yesterday was tough, man. Took a little energy out of me. I got up this morning, I was a little sluggish, but it was all good, Miss an episode, you miss a whole lot. What's that, like 10 wins?
Yeah, right.
So
right.
Exactly. You gotta lock in. Every time we on, you gotta come on because you never know what you're gonna get or what you're gonna miss. So I'm feeling really good. I'm looking forward to this video chat, and then I'm looking forward to the Knicks tonight.
Yeah, definitely. If you guys have not seen yesterday's episode of the Shoot Around, make sure you go check that out. We had some really spirited debates about Julius Randle, about race relations in the NBA. Let's put it like that. Go check that out because it was good debates. It was a really, really good debate. Spirited. A lot of great views there. A lot of great discussion there. So make sure you go check that out. That one out. Tony, what's popping with you, man?
Going on, salute Sim. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Yo, Black is time. I missed the shoot around, man. But I know now I'll get my popcorn ready and I'll watch it after the stream and enjoy that for sure.
And a drink.
Yeah,
and a drink.
I'll get a drink too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been drinking. I might pass on a drink, but I definitely get my popcorn ready. But that's it, man. I'm ready to get it in. Shout out to the panel.
No doubt. Julito, what's going on, man? My man, you see Julito is chilling right now. Look at him.
I'm out here in Puerto Rico, vacationing. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the panel. Always a good time. Shout out to you, Sim, creating this platform for all of us to get our views out there. And, man, it feels good to be a Knicks fan. I mean, it always felt good to me, even within the losses, to be honest, to know you're always fighting for something, to me, that matters, right? I'm not those Mayweather kind of fans that when they winning, I'm with them, or when they're losing, I'm down. Nah, we riding, we loyal. Knicks fans are some of the most loyal people on the planet, so I'm here. Let's get the talk going.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know it feels even better for Puerto Rico. You see how he's rubbing it in our face. We over here freezing, squeezing the cold. You know what I'm saying?
Let me put my leg up.
No doubt.
I got my shirt on.
Yeah, he got the Hawaiian soapy fame. He got the Hawaiian soapy fame shirt on and everything, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. Man. Let's get the show going.
No doubt. Yo, what's going on, Kev?
Hey, I was going fine until he mentioned Puerto Rico. He mentioned Puerto Rico. I be straight, man. I feel like Chris Tucker from Friday. What kind of is this, man? Nah,
Look, Cam, it's windy today, kid. It's windy, so it's
It's windy.
But you still dressed like that, man. I don't want to hear no wind. Nah, man. I hope you're enjoying yourself. Salute to the chat. Salute to the panel. Yeah, yesterday's show. I know we like to use the word fire. I think it was an inferno because we had a lot of feelings, brought out and everything. And at the end of the day, it was all love towards everybody. That was real spirited and everything. The only thing that was missing was our brother Big Bubba and everything. That was the only thing that was missing. But other than that, that was pretty much it. But yeah, I'm excited for tonight, man. Let's get it on. Let's get it on.
Yeah, man. We need to get this one tonight. Big Bubba, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, son? I haven't been on the show a couple of while, but I've been watching. Yeah, man. I seen the other episode. I'm gonna just say some of y'all on crack, but it's okay. It's okay.
This is the guy saying that.
Some of y'all had some crazy opinions. We don't got to get into it, but y'all were wrong.
Wait,
right.
You don't even make an opinion. What are you talking about? Y'all wrong and I'm right. That's what I'm saying. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't even give an opinion.
I just know I'm right, regardless of whatever you think. But no, I just want to say, man, it's good to be back. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been on for a little while. And I got an announcement, man. I'm going to be saying a little bit soon. It's going to be, it's going to be fun, man. Well, I'm gonna just say we're going international, baby.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that announcement don't involve like baby cribs and bottles and stuff like that, right?
I thought he gave the ring.
Listen, man. Only way you find somebody pregnant, we got to go through a wedding first. That's how we
I like to hear that. That's okay. Cool.
That's cool. That's cool. Right. I thought you was giving the ring.
All right.
I'm not some of y'all. Some of y'all got 15 kids.
Oh man, get out of here.
Divine,
it wasn't. That's not a tough crowd. That's just a bad joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, listen, I'm the funniest. This is my show, really. This is it's the Isaiah, y'all the Isaiah X.
So how is it your show and you can't speak anymore now? Divine, what's going on?
Divine can't even get it out.
Oh man, what up to the chat, man? Salute to the panel, MDK, man. It's all good. Isaiah, boy, you just put yourself on the fly already. Nah, it's all good, man. Knicks and Orlando tonight, man. Let's get it, man. I'm excited, man. I hope we can pull this thing out tonight. They got a couple of injuries down there, man. So hopefully we can make things happen tonight, though.
Yeah. We definitely got to make things happen. Tonight's a big one. I was reading whatever article. I don't know who it was. Some article in the Post, and they were like, tonight could be one of the biggest games that the Knicks have played since Melo got his shot blocked in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you think about it, it is because ever since then we haven't even been close to being in playoff contention. Right. And this is a win right here where you can set yourself up really, really nice by getting this win. And then we don't play again until Sunday. And now you go into a stretch of home games where the game should be very winnable. At this point, we can give ourselves an even slate. We win this game. We probably, what are we right now, in the 5th seed? Sixth seed. We're in the 6th seed.
Right now.
We can potentially hit the 4th seed, winning tonight, and 2 losses by, I believe, Boston and
Indy.
If those 2 teams lose tonight and we win, we're the 4th seed.
Okay, so Boston plays Atlanta tonight, and if they lose, they'll be 14-14. Indy plays Minnesota in Minnesota, and if they lose, they'll be 14-15. But even if
and we'll be 15-15.
Right. So right now,
both of them are coming off with losses that was heartbreaking, and they're trying to not go into a slump for real. So come on, man.
I think Boston won last night, though. They beat. They gave it to somebody last night. I think the night before.
Yeah, I meant Minnesota and Atlanta. Atlanta. And I know they ain't trying to go. I think they're on their 5th game losing streak or 6th. And then Minnesota. They were playing okay last night until Zion just went to work. So they ain't trying to lose, I think, 4 in a row if they lose tonight. So
hey, Halisa, I think they lost 7. I think it was 7.
Who?
Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta tonight would make 8.
We'll make 8, right?
If they lose.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, hopefully, listen, we get this win. If Boston and Indiana both lose, then we move up into that 4th seed, right? If they both win, then we stay where we are. If we both win, but at least then we'll even it up. We'll be 15-15. We'll gain some separation from Toronto, a little bit of separation, as much as you can get at this point, because right now the Knicks are half a game above Toronto. All these games, every single game from here on out, until the Knicks create some separation, if they can create some separation, every single game is going to be the most important game. You know what I mean? Because it's so tight. Everything is so tight. That's why the Knicks are in a good situation, though, because they got a favorable schedule where they can really go on a nice little streak going into the All-Star break, be above 500 going into that All-Star break. They'll be looking good, sitting pretty good coming into the second half of the season. I don't know when that schedule is going to be released, but I'm anxious to see what that schedule looks like when it's finally released. So let's just start going ahead and breaking this game down. I want to start with Andy. Andy, what are you looking at with this game? What are your major concerns with this game coming in?
Well, as we probably all think, there's only one major concern. It's going to be Nikola Vucevic. And, he gives fits not only to the Knicks, but to most of the league. He's crafty, he's strong, he's a good rebounder. He can take a 3 nowadays from a couple of seasons. So, it's really, it's going to be a challenge for our bigs to go. But I think they can actually handle it. If we put Randall on him and tire him up, I don't think he has the backup from the rest of the team to get past the Knicks. And, he's not the kind of player that can go for 40 or 50, but he can give you a 30 and 20 effort, So it might be hard, but I think we, with our current defense, won't lose games to one player. That's my point of view. And I think, the team also believes in this. So even if, of course, they're going to do everything to lock him up. But if it doesn't happen, I think the rest of the team is going to feel quite confident that, they can handle the Magic. And, they are heavily injury affected, because Cole Anthony, which, became the starting point guard for them because of injury of Markel Fultz, also is injured. He got a crack rib, so he's going to be, back after the All-Star break. So, it's a heavy thing for them. Jonathan Isaac is injured from basically the beginning of the season. Mm-hmm. He only played a couple of games, if I remember correctly. So, they're in a bad spot to be thinking about them and being in their shoes. I think they have to break up the whole team. And I think the closer to the deadline it gets for them, I think there are going to be more concerns from the general management to, go that route, to trade some of these guys that are available to get traded, get some assets and start the rebuild process for them. We were talking about them up even before the season started.
Right.
They got plenty of money locked up. And, it's going to be a hard season for them if they're not going to start to, pulling those winning streaks up and trying to rise in the standings.
Yeah. The only person from Orlando that I'm really interested in is Terrence Ross. It's the only guy I'm interested in. Not that I wouldn't like Vucevic, but I'm just saying Vucevic to me is probably off limits anyway, right? Because they would look to build around him. But Terrence Ross is a guy that I've got a little bit of interest in Terrence Ross and Mo Bamba.
You don't have to tell me, Sim. I got him from like 5 years on my fantasy teams, like in every league, basically. So he's a streaky shooter, but if he gets hot, he can give you a great week. So
right. So I'm interested. I'm definitely interested in Terrence Ross if they decide to have a fire sale. Steph, any worries? Anything that you're worried about with tonight's game?
Nope. I mean, maybe earlier in the season, I would be worried about the Knicks' approach coming off a 3-game winning streak. Would we still have that focus? I'm not worried about that anymore. I would be a little worried about our defensive rotations, how we got in the 3. I think we're doing better with that as well. And I'm having more faith in Randall, just seeing his approach to the game. I mean, his game is still the same from game to game, but just his approach, I could just see it in his face. He's just approaching the game different, and he's really focused. So not really. Now watch, I say that, and we go out there and
think of the joint.
Think up the joint. But no, I don't really have any concerns. We just worrying about Vucevic. He's the only guy. I'm pretty sure Tibbs got something. We probably could just play him straight up. I don't even think we need the double team. I don't know if there's anybody else who can hurt us.
Yeah.
Maybe Fournier a little bit, but
Fournier, I forgot about him. Yes,
he's also a tricky guy. So
right,
yes.
Right. Tony, what are we gonna do against Vucevic?
I'm not too concerned either, man. I was gonna tell Andy I know how he feels because they both gave basically the same answer I was gonna say. I don't think even if he kills us, I don't think he's gonna kill us to the point where he carries the team to victory. I think he could have a good game and we could still win. So, I think play him straight up. I think our defense has been, Noel's defense has been good enough to at least, hold him down for a couple minutes. We still got Taj in there. We could put Randall down there with some strength. I'm not really too concerned with that, man. I guess if I want to just make up something, I guess guys that haven't really been on a scouting report are going to get opportunities. So maybe that could be something to look out for, letting some unknown guy go off. But because we don't really know tendencies or whatever the case, so maybe something like that. But I think we're in good shape to win. I think we're on a roll right now. We continue to play like we've been playing these last 3. We're good.
Yeah. Okay. Divine, how do you think we need to deal with Vucevic?
I think we just need to play the way we play every game, man. We don't change nothing because of one person. The same way we've been playing the whole season. That's the way you play. If we get hit, give him his props. You know what I mean? But the man can't beat us by himself. So, I think we just play the same defense we've been playing all year. Don't change up. Don't try to scheme because of him. Like I said, we just do what we do, man. And I think if we just come with our A game tonight, don't kind of think that we're taking them for granted because they are injured. We just play our game the way we've been playing all season. If Vucevic go for 40, who cares? As long as everybody else don't do nothing. You know what I mean? So I'm not too much concerned about them, man. As long as we play our game, we'll come out there with a win tonight.
Okay. See, I kind of take a different stance. I think we should play a little bit of zone against them. I wouldn't be opposed to having the Knicks play a little bit of zone. Try to get, especially if he's playing a lot in the post, trying to post up, you play a little bit of zone, make him have to get the ball back out so he can't post up. And I'm concerned about the rebounding aspect. And if you play some zone, I think you can rebound a little bit better. But I don't think Tibbs is going to play any zone. You know what I mean? He, we haven't seen him play zone all season long. I don't think he's going to play any zone now. Yeah, I think he's going to put the onus on Mitchell Robinson and Taj Gibson to just play defense on the guy and make him have to work hard for everything. Nerlens. No, who did I say?
Mitch.
Oh, Mitch. Yeah, Nerlens Noel and Taj Gibson. I think he's gonna put the onus on them to make them play him straight up. But Julito, would you look at doing anything like a zone or anything like that?
Not necessarily. I think the one thing I've learned about Vucevic and watching him all these years, he doesn't make his team better. He's going to get his. He reminds me of Andre Drummond, right? Just he got a little bit more footwork, but he doesn't make his team better. I think what the Orlando Magic to me has been a fluke. I think they've just taken advantage of a really bad Eastern Conference, and they found their way they've been coached really well, and they found their way to get in. But they're still looking a little funny in the light. So I'm not worried at all. I think even if Vucevic gets 40 tonight, like everybody is saying, I think we still win by 20. Just because they're not a good team, and have, I believe, the entire starting lineup outside of Vucevic is injured, right? Fournier was coming off the bench before the lineup started to get really injury prone, so I'm not worried at all. And I, you know, I didn't get to speak on it because I missed a few episodes, but man, Julius Randle, 22 from Seoul, she came back to Earth. I don't know if y'all saw the movie, but she said while she was up there, she was messing with us. She came back to Earth, and the Knicks are good again, man. Julius Randle.
Right.
She came back to Earth. She stopped bullying us, man.
Good movie, by the way.
Excellent movie. She came back to Earth, man, and she stopped bullying us, and we got a star, man. We got Julius Randle, and I think, just watching Julius Randle yesterday, I don't know if y'all saw the new the behind the scenes they did they do it every game, but they did the behind the scenes for the other night's game, the Atlanta Hawks game. And Julius is just happy. What I really loved about it, though, in that last press conference he did is he took responsibility. He said, I know I played bad last season, and I know I let a lot of people down. And I see him being happy. You got Derrick Rose smiling. You got Tom Thibodeau smiling. We ain't losing to the Magic. We're not losing to the Magic.
The chemistry right now with these guys is off the hook. You know what I mean? They got great chemistry. You seen the way at the end of the last game, everybody corralled around Julius Randle, and to say that he deserves to be, in the All-Star game and this and that. And you don't see that a lot, you know what I mean, with guys just being there for each other. There's a picture, like, it's crazy when you look at Emmanuel Quickley. Like, Emmanuel Quickley is like really like a kid, man. You seen the way he ran over there, the way he ran over there, arms swinging.
He
skipped over there. I seen a picture of him hugging Julius Randle. It's like, I mean, but it's good to see. You like to see it, though.
And then we got
I don't think we've peaked yet.
We got the clapper, Theo Pinson, man. If you need to be motivated, if you need to feel good about yourself, get a Theo Pinson in your life.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Julito, if your parents name you Theodore Alfonso Pinson, you gotta look for friends. He gotta look for friends soon, bro. He gotta be the funniest man in the room.
Right.
No, his name is Theolofus.
Alfonso Pinson, bro.
Hey, I tell you, man, I keep saying I'll take Theo Pinson over Lance Thomas any day, man.
I agree. Who said nah? I mean, because
I didn't. I wouldn't take him. I take Lance Thomas still, but I love a guy like Theo Pinson on the squad.
I was a Lance Thomas fan, but like some of the things that I see that Theo's bringing to the team, the lightheartedness, I think it really helps. I think it's really helping. At least this team. Sim. Yeah, you're right.
It's a different role.
It's a different role. Isaiah, what do you expect from Julius Randle tonight?
Theo?
What you say? What do I expect from Julius Randle?
Yeah, what he wants. It'd be amazing if he could follow it up with another 40-point, high 30s, 40-point effort. I'm not expecting that, and I don't expect him to try to force it. But can he have another big game?
Yeah, of course he can have another big game. He can have another big game tonight. I expect him to be in the 25 to 30 range tonight. I think he has a real opportunity, especially against Aaron Gordon and those guys. Only thing I am concerned about this game though, Sim. One, I'm concerned about is it Nicolo? Is it Nicolo?
Nicola.
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 I'm concerned.
Right.
No, so I'm concerned because this is going to be the first big test for the Knicks without Mitchell Robinson, right? It's going to be the first big test because we're facing an offensive center that's really, really good. The other couple of games I think we gotten lucky. I won't say lucky, but we got easy breaks with, Click, Capella, and those guys, because those guys not really offensive centers, But this one's going to be a big one, man. And New Orleans is going to have to really have a great game because if he gets into foul trouble early, let's say he gets hopefully, I'm hoping, not going to win, I hope he doesn't get 3 fouls. in the first or second, between the first and second quarter, because if that's the case, then boom, now we're going to start having to play Taj Gibson, and Taj Gibson, he's older, and if he, doesn't do good, then we're going to have to revert to the Obi Toppin ring thing, and I don't want that to happen. So we just got to be careful with that. We got to also be careful with the other dude, Terrence. Is it? Terrence Davis?
Terrence Ross.
That's Ross.
That dude is like he's like a more kind of consistent version of J.R. Smith. That dude, man, he can shoot and give you 50 anytime, any day. So I don't want it to be tonight. So I'm a little concerned because this is, like you said, this is a big game for us to get us back to 500. This gets us back to even, and we got a potential to even climb up to the 4th seed. So it's going to be I think it's going to be a real hard game because even the last game was hard. We were blown out a little bit, but then the fourth, I think late to the fourth quarter, it became like a 90s basketball game. Yeah. I think we only scored like 85 points, 87 points. So
who only scored 87?
We had about 103.
Yeah, we had 100 and something points last game.
Oh, the Magic game?
Oh, you mean the Magic game? The Magic game. Oh, I thought you were talking about Atlanta. My fault.
Oh no, the Magic game. We were scoring, but the Magic game was like an old 90s basketball.
Yeah. Score was 91-84.
Yeah, exactly. So we just got to be real careful, man, because this is a big, like you said, this is a big game. It's probably one of my most important games is that playoff game in 2013. So, I'm just a little cautious about it because I just don't want Vucevic to have his way with our centers because it's going to be tough for them tonight. He's the all-star, almost all NBA center. So it's going to be tough, but we can do it though.
It's going to be tough.
We can definitely do it though.
The thing is, do they have enough pieces, even if Vucevic is, playing, doing what he does? Al Farouk Aminu, he's out, or he's questionable. He's out against us. James Ennis III, he's questionable. Evan Fournier's out.
Oh yeah. So dang.
Right.
Okay. Never mind.
I thought Evan Fournier out.
This is what I got from ESPN right now. Okay. Says Evan Fournier is out. We'll see if that changes. I guess Cole Anthony, he's also out, and then the normal guys that have been out are also out. Jonathan Isaac, I think is out. I think Aaron Gordon is out.
Yes,
they're all out. Their whole team.
Yeah, I think Mo Bamba played the other night.
Andy, they gonna call you, Andy.
So.
Hey, Sim. Before you go to the next person, right? I got a big announcement because I gotta go take a shower real quick. I smell a little bit. I'm kidding. I'm not stinky.
We don't even know all that.
So I got a big announcement, Sim. It's gonna be big, right?
Well, maybe
we are taking.
How many times you gonna prepare us for it being big?
Getting ready to get ready.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta build stuff up. This is what I do. We are taking the MBK family, cooking with Sensei. We are going international because we, meaning me, the superstar, is going to Guyana, and we're going to have a cooking show in Guyana.
Yeah.
All right.
That sounds dope. When are you leaving? When are you leaving?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving out of JFK at 7:00. Please, no fans. Don't pop up on me, okay? No paparazzi, all right?
No banners.
No paparazzi, please. I'm gonna be with my family. But no, it's I got a good opportunity to go out there, going with some of my people, man. We're going to the beautiful country of Guyana. Gonna be a lot of different cultures there, man. It's Black, Latin, Asian, Indian, all mixed together. So it's gonna be a lot of food. I'm gonna show you a lot of different restaurants, and I might even cook. So, I gotta represent for the MBK family. We're gonna be having a good time. Then where I'm going after that, Sim? I'm going to Poland. I'm going to see my man.
Andy, lock your doors, run, stay out quarantine, all of that. All right, just do that.
See that couch right behind you, Andy? That couch right behind you? That's my bed.
This is the guest room. This is the guest room, bro.
Yeah.
Listen, we go. What's up?
Are you changing the name to Eating with Chef Zay?
Hey, you know what, Tony? I'm stealing your idea. That's what I'm doing. We eating with Chef Zay. Because I'm going to be on vacation. And I don't feel like cooking, but we going to be eating.
Nah, looking forward to that. We definitely looking forward to that, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, man. Enjoy yourself, brother. Be careful. Enjoy yourself.
Listen, I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, but I'm gonna be here in spirit.
All right. Well,
make sure you work out those meals, man.
Yeah. Oh no! Listen, man. I stay work. I work out. 5 times out of the 8 days out the week. 8 days out the week. I work out. All
right. Well, let us move on. Let us move forward. Just be safe. That's all I got to say. Just be safe. You know what I mean? We want to make sure you come back home in one piece. Kev.
Oh. I don't know what to say after that. I mean, my goodness. I mean, he's leaving the country.
Yeah. The Knicks looking at the injury report.
I mean to upstage you, Julio.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson is the only person out. Hold up, Kev.
Okay, sorry.
Mitchell Robinson is the only person out for the Knicks. But Frank Ntilikina's coming back. He's going to join the team in Orlando. But guess what, Kev? He's not going to play.
Yeah, he ain't playing.
Hey, if we up by 20-something, maybe.
If we up by 20-something, he might play.
Not on a must-win game. He gonna be at the end of the game shooting around with quickly. At the end of the day.
Hey, he might play the game for Orlando though.
Hey, but
Frank from Obama.
That's what I was getting ready to. That's what I was getting ready to say, man. I could see they need some guards. We need a center. I wouldn't put that out the question somewhere along the line that they say, hey, let's swap this Frank for Mo Bamba. I'm also reading from the New York Post that the Knicks have interest in Norvel Pele. Is that how you say his last name? I don't know if that's how you say it.
Wave.
Is it just Pele?
Yeah.
It's just Pele? Okay, it's not Pele. Yeah, he just got waived from the Nets. The Knicks were actually looking at picking him up at the same time that they picked up Taj Gibson. They were looking at picking him up. But Tom Thibodeau wanted Taj Gibson instead.
He's a center?
He's a center. He's like a 6'10" center, shot blocker. He got waived by Brooklyn so that they could pick up that defensive guard from OKC, Andre Roberson, so they could pick up Roberson. Yeah. So they're looking at the Knicks have had some discussions about picking up Norvel. So now you got Norvel, you got Noel. I'm gonna be confused all over the place. Right, but so they're definitely having discussions about picking up a center. I don't think there's really been any discussions right now about Andre Drummond, but they're having discussions about picking up a backup center. And he's a big guy. He's a big, strong guy. We'll see, if they pick up a guy.
He played well against us when we played the Nets. He gave us a few buckets, and he shot a 3.
Yep.
Oh wow. Okay.
I wouldn't put it out the question if they look towards Mo Bamba, though. Not as, if Mo Bamba right now, he's out of favor in Orlando. He did play 23 minutes the last game against Phoenix, and he had 11 rebounds. He had 2 blocks. He didn't score, but, that's not what we need him to do right now. You know what I mean? Right. It's not what we need him to do right now. I see Evergreen saying, cut the cord. We don't want Mo Bamba. I actually think Mo Bamba has talent. I think that kid has talent, man. And he just needs some more time to be groomed. You can't tell me we couldn't use 11 rebounds right now and 2 blocks on his team. I think we could. I'm going to come to you in a minute, Evergreen. Let me get to, just look at some of the averages, some of the statistics behind this game. Both teams are averaging about 104 points per game. The Knicks, though, the last 3 games, they've scored 123, 121, 109. Let's hope that they're starting to pick up, that scoring is starting to come to fruition for the Knicks because we need it. We're a defensive team, but we need to be able to score. Both teams around 47 rebounds a game. The Knicks are at 21 assists. Orlando Magic is at 22 assists. Both teams around 7 steals. Both teams around 4 to 5 blocks per game. Both teams around 13 turnovers. I mean, they're pretty much evenly matched, except the Knicks have been able to win more games. The Knicks shoot 45% from the field. Magic shoot 43% from the field. The Knicks is 36% from three. The Magic right now in the season are 34.5% from three. They're both around 76, 77, 78% from the free throw line. It should be, I think it could be a tight game, although they do have a lot of injuries right now. I think their starting point guard might be Michael Carter-Williams. Terrence Ross is playing. He's now starting. He's been elevated to be the starting shooting guard, I think. As you know, and it might be a defensive battle. I'm gonna get back to talking about some of these numbers, but Evergreen, go ahead, man. I see you want to get something in there.
Just moved over me, man.
Oh, I did. My bad. I'm gonna skip back. I'm gonna skip back to you. I got you. My bad.
Listen, I promise you that what I gotta say is more important. Nah, I'm playing. Look, listen. We don't want Mo Bamba. We gonna wait. We gonna get my man 50 grand from Mount Vernon to come over here and throw a jersey on. All right. We waiting for Drummond. That's who we waiting on. We don't need no Mo Bamba. I don't know what his contract look like, and quite frankly, I don't give a damn. We waiting on Drummond. All right.
Why?
When Drummond, when we want Drummond. That's it. If we get Drummond, we lock up whatever we need, and we hold it down on the number 4 spot for the rest of the season. Period.
Drummond changes a lot, though.
Drummond,
in terms of what we're going to do with Mitch, in terms, he changes a lot.
I don't think he changes anything with Mitch. If anything, he changes what we do with Noel, because we don't know what we're going to do with Mitch.
Actually, I disagree. I think
we don't know what we're going to do with Mitch.
I think it changes whatever happens with Mitch, because Nerlens Noel is, I think you have to you have to decide, is Mitch going to be your center going forward? Now it's like you got Andre Drummond.
He can be a center going forward. He's
that again.
He can be one of the centers going forward. It's not like when we come up with these concepts, we make it seem like there's not supposed to be at a minimum of 13 to 15 players on a team.
No, I
get
that. I get that.
There's only 5 players on the floor, so he's coming off the bench. Like, I don't understand how illogical that sounds.
You're right. He would come off the bench, but how many minutes he's going to get? Drummond is somebody who commands like 30 minutes a game. Yeah. So you're going to have Mitch. I'm okay. That's why I said, what are we going to do with Mitch? Because in a case like that, keep Noel, who's a backup center, 10, 15 minutes a game. If you keep Mitch, you're going to play him 10, 15 minutes a game. Now you're getting into a time-sharing thing. That's all I'm saying. I think one or the other is all I'm saying. I don't have a problem with Drummond.
In my opinion, right now, I think that the team, I think they're more concerned with trying to keep this chemistry and camaraderie going, see where it goes, let Mitch get back healthy, instead of committing to Andre Drummond. That's why I think their mindset is, and why they would be looking at a backup center as opposed to going out and making a move for Andre Drummond.
If Andre Drummond goes to Brooklyn, we have a problem. A big problem.
Yeah. We got a problem with Brooklyn now.
Much rather, I agree with that. I would much rather put Andre Drummond on this team than to allow him to go across the bridge.
Yeah.
That's my whole reason for saying bring Drummond over here.
Let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this. The only way that Andre Drummond is going to Brooklyn is if they sign him from being waived, right? Or he gets bought out. That's how he's going to Brooklyn. If he gets bought out, I do it all. I'm approaching Andre Drummond if he gets bought out. If he gets bought out, I'm approaching Andre Drummond to say, hey, what are you trying to do? He's already put it out there that, New York would be a favorable landing spot for him. The Knicks would be a favorable landing spot for him. But me, I'm not in a rush to just go out and trade away some things to try to get him. I'm not.
No. Listen, Sim. I'm not saying trade for him. Like, I'm not saying that. I'm saying before we talk all this noise about bringing Mo Bamba in, which will require a trade, I'm saying hold your horses, wait for to see what happens with this buyout with Drummond. If he gets traded, then okay, maybe we can look at Mo Bamba in the trade for Frankie, straight up. Yeah. But if Drummond gets bought out, there's no reason why we should not be in the running to bringing the boy from Mount Vernon here.
Okay, so my question is: does Brooklyn have resources? Does Brooklyn have resources to trade for Drummond?
No, they're not trading for him.
Brooklyn is willing to make resources if they don't have it. Let's not act like they won't.
I just don't know if I don't know if they can get enough up to trade for him. I think that they'd be trying to bring him in off of because he was bought out. If someone's gonna trade for him, I think it might be Boston because they have that trade exception. It could be Toronto, but they got to make a lot work in Toronto. Boston has that trade exception. That's the team that I'm worried about. I'm worried. I mean, listen, Brooklyn is going to be nice anyway. Does Andre Drummond make them better? Yeah, but they're already going to be beastly. Boston, they're right here. We are right there neck and neck with Boston. If they get Andre Drummond, they're tough. That changes a lot. Andy?
Yeah, yeah, Sim. I got a question because I'm thinking about how this waiver wire thing works in a situation like this Andre Drummond situation, because the rumor is that the Cavs are looking to do a trade for him, not to release him because they don't want to pay his salary. Well, from what I understand, if a player is waived, they still got to pay him the full salary. And if he gets signed by a team, they cut the difference from their, signing. They cut the difference that he's going to get from the new team.
Right.
So I'm not sure if there isn't some kind of obligation that when the Knicks have cap space, they can give more money to be like first on the waiver wire, right? And my question is if Andre Drummond has anything to say actually about this, because if the Cavs, for example, are owning him $28 million, right? Just to make the round number, $28 million. If the Knicks want to pay up, let's say 10, he would have to go to the Knicks basically. I'm just throwing out a number because, none of these rest of the teams basically can afford that. The Celtics could give, only a part of their trade exception to the Cavs. So my question is just, does Drummond, when he has two exactly same offers from the new teams, can he choose or he's obliged to take the bigger offer? Because I'm not quite sure if he has everything to say about it.
But I think you have a buyout and you have him being waived, right? Yeah. So if he's waived, then he goes on the waiver wire, and then teams can pick him up off the waiver wire, and then they pay his salary if they pick him up off the waiver wire.
Yeah, if the difference between
Yeah, if they buy him out, then Andre Drummond and the Cavs will come to it, say
they have to agree on the money, right?
Right, they agree on the money. So say they owe him, they still owe him his half the season, so maybe they still owe him $14 million. And they say, well, we'll give you 12. And he's like, okay, give me 12 because I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Then he can make up that other two by somebody else.
And then he can he can pick a team. If he's bought out, he can pick a team. But if he's waived, I think I'm not sure if he can pick a team. I think the
he would have to clear waivers.
He has to clear waivers.
He would have to clear waivers. So somebody would have to say, I want to pick him up off of waivers. Now I don't know.
Yeah. So then the Knicks can hop in with the $10 million, for example,
but listen,
and just take him.
If they pick him up before he clears waivers, they have to pay the salary.
They have to pay the rest of his salary.
Wait for him to clear waivers.
Yeah, but they basically can take him without losing any assets.
Yeah.
Right?
And pay the 15. They don't got to pay the full salary.
Yeah. The whatever,
they pay what they have available.
They want to offer him, right? See, so he doesn't have anything. If he clears the waivers or gets bought out, he have the decision where he wants to go. But if he doesn't clear the waivers, we have the most salary cap. Basically, we in Boston, we can just throw that out and give it out to the Cavs, basically.
It turns into an auction at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Does Cleveland still have something to do with it? If they waive him, do you have to do anything? I don't think so.
No, they don't have to do nothing.
You just got to pay him if he doesn't clear waivers.
Right. I think.
Pay him if he clears waivers.
If he clears waivers, they still got to pay him. But if he does not clear waivers, the other team pays him. They don't have to pay him.
The other team has to pay his salary.
Yeah.
Remaining salary.
Yeah.
See, so we can be in the first line to get him. No matter what, if
What's
we
our
should
waiver
be
position?
the first line the cap.
We got.
It doesn't hurt to have. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an Andre Drummond on your team. I mean, I'd rather have the champagne problems of having too many good players rather than not. But do we need him? I don't think so. But to get 20 and 20 on the team is like, let's get it. So I'm open to it.
I think you had to trade Mitch if you get Andre Drummond. Mitch Roberts is not going to set no 10 minutes a game like Stephanie was saying.
Yeah,
you just might as well trade. You might as well trade Mitchell Robinson. Everywhere in the world, he's going to play 10, 15 minutes. And he's starting the whole season. Yeah, I don't think I don't think that's going to happen. So you probably just need to get and trade Mitchell Robinson if you want Andre Drummond.
Yeah, and you can't play them together.
Right.
Nope.
No, you can't play them together. And that's the reason why I say.
Well, let me ask this. Let me ask this, Sim, real quick. When he was on Detroit, who was the other guy that was on there that they played together that we were trying to get as well? He went to Milwaukee. The center's name. I know he's not in the league anymore, but at the time it was. Say again.
Maker?
No, not Maker. No. Before that.
Wow.
Before that,
I don't know.
They had Kevin Love.
No, on Detroit. On
Detroit. Blake Griffin then, but
no, it was before that. Blake Griffin was on the Clippers.
Oh yeah, there was another guy. There was another big guy. I can't think of it.
Deadman?
Years back.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it is. I don't know, but there was another big guy. I don't remember who it was.
Right.
Let me see.
But
Somebody in the chat probably
together.
knows.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, both of them played together.
I'm trying to get his name.
Greg Monroe. Greg Monroe. Greg Monroe.
Yeah.
He's balling in Europe.
Yeah, Greg Monroe.
But yeah, they can make it work. They can try to make that. That worked over there. I think
we don't need to make it work. We don't need to make that work.
I don't think that worked over there. If that worked over there, they still be. I don't think it worked. I mean, they were big. They were big, but I don't think it would work. And I don't think that the Knicks want to shake up the chemistry right now. And I feel like if you do that, you get like you pick up Andre Drummond, and then all of a sudden Mitch is just boom. I mean, I guess it happened with Austin Rivers, but Austin Rivers wasn't playing like that. Where Mitch is like essential, and then now he's hurt, and now it's like, oh, you're just gonna replace me because I'm hurt. I don't know. I think that would be. Yeah. I feel like that would be bad.
I'm sorry. I just was gonna say I think we are not we, but us as Knicks fans don't realize that Leon Rose is going to do what he wants to do, and we try to implement our stories and our trade scenarios on him. And I honestly believe, when the season started and Mitch was all over the place and he wasn't playing the greatest early on, preseason-wise, I think if we were going to go out of Andre Drummond, we would have had Andre Drummond on his team already. Leon is he's chilling, and especially now that we're winning and Tibbs is implementing defense and we're looking like a 500 team and a 6 seed in the playoffs, he ain't going to get no Andre Drummond. We got the team we got. He went hard for Taj. He got Taj for Tibbs. We got Derrick Rose. Those are people that I believe Tibbs said I want as soon as he came in the building. He said, I want Taj and I want D Rose.
Probably did.
I want a superstar, but if
I can wish.
No, of course.
They're not going to stay pat, though, for long.
And I also think if the opportunity presents itself to get them for cheap, I think they do it regardless. I think they're gonna do whatever they can to improve the team.
Hey, guys, real quick.
Figure the issues out later.
Do y'all think if he could play the 3, would y'all go after John Collins? 58% he shoot. He's having a good season.
I don't think he should play
No. He's shooting 58 from the field, close to 40% after 19 a game. They're not going to send him. He don't want to be there because if he feels like Trae Young and them, the offense he's not involved in the offense. If he could play the 3, would you go get John Collins?
I think we're better off moving Randall to the 3 before putting him at the 3.
Okay. All right. I just thinking he was kind of the way he's shooting. He kind of linky. You know what I mean? I didn't know what his height was, but I think they're gonna move him.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens with Andre Drummond. We got almost a month and a half until the trade deadline. So this thing is gonna wind all the way out probably. You know what I mean?
Sim,
it's probably gonna wind all the way out. Yeah.
Sim, when the trade deadline ends, is that when Mitch comes back?
Mitch.
They're gonna reevaluate him then.
Yeah, they said he's gonna be out 3 to 6 weeks. They said 3 to 6 weeks. So yeah, it'll probably be after the All-Star break or right before they'll reevaluate him to see how he's healed, and then they might take him off the IR list.
Okay. All right.
Yep. He'll be reevaluated around March 10th.
Yeah. So.
And the trading deadline is March 25th, right?
March 25th. Yeah.
Okay.
And during that time, we won't be playing because we finish up our first half of the schedule on March 2nd. And then you got the All-Star break, right? So they'll know what's going on with Mitch by then. And, I'm sure they'll make some decisions. Now, if they are looking at any kind of trade, they'll probably go ahead and pick up a guy like Norvell because they can just go ahead and sign him. They might waive one of the guys like a Iggy Brasdeikis or something like that, sign a Norvell, and then if there is a trade or anything like that pops up, then they can easily waive Norvell. You know what I'm saying? And let him go. So
Iggy's balling in the G League right now, by the way. Just saying. Just wanted to bring that up. I just wanted to bring that up. I don't know.
No.
I know. I mean, he was balling in the G League last year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He was balling in the G League last year. I don't think
he wasn't balling in practice with us during the
that's what exactly. I don't think they even.
Come on, Lito. Come on, Lito. Absolutely.
He wasn't balling. He wasn't balling against Julius Randle. Come on. Mm-hmm. So he back there with Miles Powell and them having fun down in Orlando.
Yeah,
let him get that playing time.
Yeah, so I don't think that. I don't want to say that they don't care for him, but I don't think they look at him and say, "Nah, we're not going to move Iggy." You know, he's definitely one guy that's can be gone at any time if they feel like they need to make a move. Looking at the remainder of the charts for the night, points in the paint, the Knicks they average 47 points in the paint, while Orlando's averaging 40. Now, obviously, without Mitchell Robinson here, that changes a little bit. We need the guys like Obi to step up to get some more points in the paint. And we need guys like R.J. Barrett, Elfrid Payton, all of our guards to try to hit the offensive glass too, I think. Right, to give us that extra rebounding punch. They did it last game. Right, the rebounding battle last game against the Hawks was 42-42. And the only person that was in double-digit rebounds, I don't even think Julius Randle was in double-digit rebounds. I don't know if anybody was in double-digit rebounds last game.
He missed by one.
Yeah, but R.J. Barrett had 7 boards. I think Elfrid Payton had 6 or 7 boards. Right, so we're going to need our guards to help out on the rebound with the rebounding battle with Mitch being out. So I'm looking for them to continue to hit the boards, try to battle on the glass with Julius Randle and Nerlens Noel, because Noel is only going to give you at the most. Well, I guess sometimes he can give you 9 to 10, but a lot of times he's going to give you 5 or 6.
He can give me that effort that he did last
But of course, he's going to block shots
against Atlanta. I'm good.
Yeah, he's going to block shots. Both teams average about 14 second chance points. Orlando only averages 9.7 fast break points, while the Knicks are averaging 7 fast break points. Vucevic is their leading scorer at 23.7 points per game. Of course, Julius Randle leads the Knicks at 23 points per game. Over the last 10, Julius Randle's been averaging 25 points per game over the last 10 games. Randle's averaging 11 rebounds. Vucevic is averaging 11.4 rebounds. Of course, Julius Randle leads the Knicks in assists at 5.6. Cole Anthony with 3.8, but he's not playing. So Cole Anthony is out. Michael Carter-Williams is playing. Nerlens Noel averages 2 blocks for the Knicks, and Kem Birch averages 0.68 blocks for the Orlando Magic. So, the Knicks should be able to score at the rim if we penetrate. We should be able to get some buckets at the rim against these guys. Of course, we're missing out on Mitch's lobs. That helps to, spread the floor because he spreads it vertically. But Nerlens Noel can do some of that. He can do some of that. Should be a good game, a tight game. I'm really looking forward to the Knicks to pull this one out tonight and even it up at 1500, at 500. Right? And if we even it up at 500, Andy, I'm going to start with you. If we even it up at 500, looking over the next few games, starting with Minnesota, what do you expect? Do you expect the Knicks to go above 500 if we can even it up tonight?
Of course. I'm guessing we are going to go at least 2-3 games. It might not be on a one winning streak. We might catch a cold shower somewhere in between. But I think we're going to, get on the winning streak really fast, back on the winning streak really fast.
Yeah, because looking at the schedule, since we're not playing San Antonio, and I'm about to come to you, Steph. Since we're not playing San Antonio, it's Orlando. Orlando tonight. Then after that, we play Minnesota, Golden State, Sacramento, and Indiana. All winnable games. Two of those teams are around 500 or above, and of course Sacramento.
Better records, yeah.
They've been playing better lately, though. Sacramento has, and Minnesota is Minnesota. What do you expect, Steph? You expect, we can finish this stretch out above 500 if we can win tonight?
I think we can. But the other thing about this schedule is there's some teams in there that's evenly matched with us, and we get a chance to really see the type of team that we are. I mean, I think we see it already in terms of our defense and how we're growing. But Indiana, Sacramento, Golden State, those are going to be tough games. All winnable games. I don't think we're going to blow them out, but they're all winnable games. And especially that Indiana game, I'm just interested to see how we do against them this time around. But yes, I think by the end of this month, we will be over 500. Yeah.
Man, you know how good that'll feel to go into the All-Star break over 500. If we're over 500, Tony, if we're over 500, Julius Randle's on the All-Star team, right? He's probably on the All-Star team if we're just close. But if we're over 500, it has to be a no-brainer. You think?
Got to. And if we a top 5 seed, I don't want to hear nothing. If he gets snubbed and we're a top 5 seed, it's a problem. Like, and I think above 500 will put us top 5 in the East.
Yeah,
well, I want to make this a point. Just know that Bradley Beal got snubbed last year, and he was like the leading scorer of the league.
What was their team record?
So,
what was their team record?
Hey, listen,
that's the excuse that they always use when someone's snubbed.
I think team position is important, but I think individual player output should be way more important than that. And he was the leading scorer of the league up into the All-Star break last season.
But what
he got snubbed. So I won't be surprised.
What was their excuse for it?
Make it.
What was their excuse for it?
They didn't. The league, the league's not going to come out and make an excuse.
They did.
Be all speculation.
They came out and said it's because of his team's record. That's what they use every year. Whether it was either Woj or not Woj,
the chubby definitely didn't count. Definitely.
Oh, Brian Windhurst.
Brian Windhurst.
He's the one that basically said that's the reason he got snubbed.
About Julius, if I can chip in.
He was speaking. He wasn't giving an opinion. He was doing his job. He's a reporter. He was reporting.
My question about Julius being snubbed, is he gonna have like triple extra motivation to be, playing better after the All-Star break if he gets snubbed? Or, he's gonna be just happy, that he made it and he's still gonna, have this kind of great performance of a year?
To be honest, he'll probably be more motivated being snubbed than
I want him to get snubbed. Get snubbed, Juju. Get snubbed. Play harder. That's what I want.
I want my guy in there.
I want him in
play
there.
Play harder.
Mm-hmm.
You don't deserve it. Now playing. Get snubbed.
So
that's what I'm doing. If that's what it takes, if it takes more New Yorkers coming for his neck, get snubbed, play harder, get buckets, and get us out of the first round of the playoffs. And I won't give a damn about that All-Star game.
So let me ask you this, Divine. I'm gonna come to Divine, then I'm gonna come to Chop because I haven't heard from Chop. And as soon as I say I'm gonna come to Chop, he turns off the screen. He turns off the camera. But Divine,
yes, sir.
If he does make the playoffs, right? And I think Andy was kind of asking the same question. If he does make the playoffs, do you think? I mean, the All-Star game, not the playoffs, the All-Star game. If he does make the All-Star game, does he continue to ascend? Or do you think he lets his guard down a little bit, like, okay, I accomplished this? Or, what do you think he does?
I just think he's going to ascend. I think it's bigger than the All-Star game for the Knicks, or, just the organization. Like I said, we're talking about almost possibly a franchise player. I think Julius Randle is locked in, man. I think he'd rather get snubbed than miss the playoffs. I think Julius Randle just locked in, man. I mean, I don't think he would tail up by no means. First of all, I don't think Tibbs gonna allow that anyway because it's a team game. So, but I think he just gonna keep doing what he's doing, man. I just think Julius Randle right now is locked in, man. Ain't nobody gonna lock him but himself. So I think he's gonna keep doing what he's doing.
That man said yesterday. He said, "I just want to go home." Y'all heard that? Or the other day, I just want to. They tried to get him on the mic. He said, "I just want to go home."
Right.
That sounds like a man that's trying to get back home, get to his wife, so that he can get up the next day and re-lock in again.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Celebrate. He wasn't trying to do no jumping jacks. He wasn't trying to do no backflips. He was trying to get back to the crib because he know that Tom Thibodeau is gonna put that man to work.
Mm-hmm. He come from that Kobe stock too. Remember Kobe?
There you go.
Kobe wasn't that type of guy. What we celebrated being 14 and 15? Nah, we celebrate when we had the big game.
Right. Okay. Right. So you know what, Steph? I'm gonna go ahead and pose the question to this group here. We got a couple people that wasn't there, and I'm gonna start with Evergreen. Is Julius Randle the Knicks franchise player?
Yes! Yes, it is.
Wow.
Yeah. Kevin know what's up because we was on Morning Drive this morning, right? And I made these parallels. So I'm gonna make them the same way here. Yes, Julius Randle is the franchise player. Now, I'll be the first one to say that this conversation is a little bit premature, but I'm gonna draw some parallels. So I want everybody to try to understand where I'm coming from with this, right? So if we go back and we look at Frazier and Willis Reed, right? Okay. Willis Reed was the captain. Frazier came in. He became the all-star, quote-unquote, franchise player. But who do you really choose between them two to be the guy, right? Later on down the line, you get Bernard King, right? We get him, at the peak of his career. Then we draft Patrick Ewing, who instantly becomes a franchise player. We traded for a follow-up franchise player in Carmelo Anthony later on down the years, right? So Julius Randle would be the first player that we get outside of Patrick Ewing that is organically built here in New York City, right? So let's look at the history. Julius Randle starts in LA. He gets injured, right? Some people could have considered that a career-ending injury, but he ended up bouncing back from it, going to the next season playing, decent. But he's under Kobe Bryant, so none of the spotlight is on him. Nothing is being run through him, right? After two more follow-up seasons there, he goes to New Orleans, comes off the bench for Anthony Davis, and he has a breakout season coming off the bench. Once Anthony Davis gets traded, he's a starter. He's still breaking out. It's a contract year. New Orleans is like, we don't know what to do with this guy. Do we keep him? He comes here. He comes in and gets arguably his worst statistical season of his career based off of percentages and output in games won. And then this season, he breaks out. He was built here, right? He had all the tools he needed to be successful, but we put those tools together here in New York City. So if you look at the writings on the wall in comparison from all the other, quote unquote franchise players that we had, we built them in New York City, right? Frazier built here. Willis Reed built here, with the exception of Melo, which there's an argument as to whether he should be considered a franchise player. But for the most part, Juju is built here. So I'm ready to give him that franchise stamp. Again,
Okay.
This conversation's too early. But I'm giving it to Julius Randle. We'd be a damn fool not to throw that man a bag.
The only thing I ask about that, I'm gonna come to Julito, right? You know, we say the conversation's too early, but let's say RJ Barrett came in his first season and he was giving you like 20 and 10 his first season. How many people would have said the first half of the season he was giving you 20 and 10? How many people would have said he's a franchise player? Or if RJ Barrett this season was giving you, 23 and 11, people would say he's a franchise player, right? And I know he's younger. I get it. He's younger. So that's why they would, I was thinking about this last night. So when you're looking at, because you can have multiple, I think someone brought it up. You can have multiple franchise players, right? You might have 3 guys that are franchise players. And I'm thinking, so when you start to label someone a franchise player, are you saying that this guy is going to be able to perform at a high clip for you, 20 and 10, 22 and 11, for the next 7 to 10 years? Right? Because that's your franchise. You know what I'm saying? So is Julius Randle a guy that you're saying, yeah, I think this guy is going to give me these numbers for the next 7 to 10 years, and boom, this is what we're doing. Julito, what do you think?
It's a tough one. So there's one thing I think that's the most important part about a franchise player. That's franchise players makes anybody that played with them better. We haven't seen that from Julius Randle yet. Even when Quickly's in the game with Julius, I don't necessarily see them playing better. I just think Julius Randle plays so good, and our defense is so good, that's why we win games. But as far as making players better, I would have to see Julius Randle do what he's doing right now in the playoffs. I would have to see him do it next season when our team is possibly going to look different, because I don't see a Reggie Bullock being there, and I don't see Alfred Payton. There's a few players I don't see being there that are staples in our team and our offense currently. It's a little too premature for me to say. I just don't see it. I think he's playing out of his mind. But is he a player that I can depend on come playoff time to hit a fallback 3 in the corner on 2 players? I don't see that. So for me, I'm gonna say TBD, to be determined.
Okay. Because and there's a lot that we got to learn about him, right? So, but by that definition, let's say, for example, somehow, some way, we got Cade Cunningham here, right? Immediately, people are going to say that's your franchise player. But if we haven't seen them do some of these things, we should be holding that then for every single player until we see some of the accomplishments, and not just because they were drafted number 1 and number 2, that's our franchise, right?
I think there's a difference between cornerstone player and franchise player.
Right.
I see Cade being our cornerstone if we was to add him, but Cade being our franchise, I would never say that in his first 2 seasons. Not any player. I don't care. I don't even know. The last person we was able to say a franchise player for was LeBron James. I don't even say Zion Williamson is your franchise player. I say he's a cornerstone. So I wouldn't give Cade franchise either, to be honest.
Okay. Tony?
Yeah, I think there's just different definitions of franchise player.
Yeah,
I think that's what
that's
it
the
is.
hard thing.
Right.
That's the hard thing. Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say this basically the same thing. It depends on your criteria, but just a couple of things I wanted to play off of what Julito
Julito
said.
It's all good. My mother messed my name up. He does.
Well, one about making players better. I think he does.
Yeah.
And I think when you reference like Quickly, one of the things, just him deferring to Quickly, I think that in itself is making him better. acknowledging, hey, I'm on the court with you. Let me get you the ball. I know what you could do. I think just that in itself is making Quickly better, because he could just as easily say, all right, you on the court with me, but it's my time. Right. And we haven't seen that from him. And his assist numbers have gone up. I think he's putting up franchise player numbers. And then just to play off the playoff thing, I always say, you know, once you get in the playoffs, that's going to determine who you are, whether you're a superstar, a star, a franchise player, all that. So we have the opportunity to get in the playoffs and really find out who's who. Right. You know what I mean?
Right. You make your name in the regular season. You make your fame in the playoffs. That's one thing that Clyde Frazier says.
Okay. Right. All right.
He rhymes it, though.
Okay. Andy, you were getting ready to say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because we were talking about Julius Randle. I wonder what would happen if we get to the playoffs or next season, even if RJ steps up his game to have like maybe not similar numbers rebound wise and assist wise, but let's say he's gonna average like 24, 25 points, and he's gonna be like a rebound less than Julius, but a steal more or something like that. Then is the Knicks fan base going to be easier to tag RJ as the franchise player, or we're still going to be looking at Julius as the main guy?
Well, like Sim said, we can have more than one.
Yeah, I know. Just because you know how Knicks fans are. Julius a traded guy, RJ is a homegrown, like really homegrown because we drafted him, right? I wonder if that's going to be like a way more bigger factor than Julius's season longer of that great play.
Well, you look at right. You had Jordan had Pippen, Karl Malone had John Stockton, Kobe had Shaq. So I think it can work out. I think you can have two.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could definitely have two. I mean,
the Nets got three.
Yeah.
You need two franchise players to win an NBA final.
Yeah. You got to. Chop. What's your take on it, Chop?
Wait. Unless you're Detroit, because Detroit didn't have those guys. They had
that was the one championship, and that's it. Never.
Uncle Kev, Detroit had Ben Wallace. They had a different regime then.
Man, Rip Hamilton is underrated. Rip Hamilton was amazing on that team.
Yeah.
Rip Hamilton.
What's up, Chop? Tell me, is he a franchise player?
Yo, listen, man. I've been trying to say a lot of stuff, and I know I was like parking the car. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna say something. You had me muted for a long time.
Yo, every time.
I feel like Isaiah. I'm like, yo.
This is the thing. Every time I go to unmute you, then you go off the camera. I'm like, what's going
on? Somebody's calling me. I'm on the phone. Like, I gotta go. I'm so sorry. Listen. First of all, I want to be like Isaiah. First of all, I'm not going to plug 3BL, but I want to plug 3BL, and I want to plug in Cooking with Chef Zay. But first of all, salute the First Lady. Auntie Steph, we love you.
Okay.
Yo, Andy, we love you. Yo, Devon.
Yo, we got all that, babe. We got all that, bro.
I'm so sorry. Yo, Cornerstone. Yo, Prince B. Listen, Evergreen. That's the dream. Yo, listen. The man from day one, from day uno. You play Uno cards. Tone Crow. We love you. Yo, Julito. Ya tu sabe. Listen, like and subscribe. You could copy and paste and share it. You could copy and text it to somebody. You heard? We on the Pod Father show right now. We on the mothership. He let the little ships come out from the big ship, and then we go into low Earth orbit, and we start dominating everything. You got Big Freezy, Legion,
franchise player.
We got it. I hear you, baby. So let me know. So tell me, is he a franchise player? What's up?
This the funny thing is because Just a conversation. I think we always argue and debate as Knicks fans. You in the barbershop, you in the block, we on the front stoop. We argue and debate. Listen, Melo's only here for a couple of years. Is Melo a franchise player? Is Bernard King a franchise player? This is a debate they had earlier this morning. You heard? Because Cornerstone, that's my man. Listen, I'll be going to his house. Let me get some tea. You got some extra? I gotta go to his house. He arguing with these guys. I'm like, what's going on there? No, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. They arguing about, is Bernard King a franchise player? How many games he played? Is Patrick Ewing a franchise player? A franchise player, when you think about it, is somebody that you drafted and they stayed and they retired there. Is Tim Duncan a franchise player? Is the Admiral, right?
Do they have to retire there though?
No, but that's a franchise player, if you will. You can't be there 2 years and go somewhere else.
I understand
Even
that.
if they retire your number in the Raptors, bro. Listen, are you a franchise player? Are you a franchise player?
So basically, what you're saying is, if you're a franchise player, you are there for the life of your career. You're with that team.
That's a franchise player.
I understand what you're saying. That's the franchise, but that's not happening nowadays anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think that's not happening nowadays anymore.
Right.
The guy's not
like, yo, listen, Randall's playing good. They're gonna keep him a little bit longer term now. They might pick up his option next year, if you will. They didn't do that for Melo, right? Is Melo a franchise player? Or are they going to put Melo's, are they going to retire his jersey in New York, in Madison Square Garden, or are they going to do it in Denver? These are the questions you have to ask about a franchise player. Willis Reed. Remember back in the days, and I saw it, and I was a little kid. He's coming out limping. That's a franchise player. You heard?
Okay.
Willis Reed is a franchise player.
There's a lot of definitions for a franchise player. Here's the last thing I want to ask. And I know Legion and Knicks is in here. I'll start with you, Andy. Is Melo a superstar?
A superstar, yes.
Okay. Steph, Melo a superstar?
You mean throughout, not now, in his career, yes.
Yeah, in his career.
He was. Yes, no doubt.
Divine, was Melo a superstar?
Oh, no question, man. Plus, he's the first 7 years that never missed the playoffs. Yeah, he's a superstar, no doubt about it. Then we got to the Knicks, it's a different story with this place over here, but yeah, he's a superstar.
Kev?
He didn't ask you that, Divine.
That's the answer.
Cornerstone.
Infinity times infinity, yes.
Okay. Evergreen?
I'm assuming that you asked that question because Guillermo was the only person that said no, and Guillermo's a damn fool if he said no. So the answer is yes. Yes,
Chop.
I'm coming for you next. I don't go after Guillermo all the time. Yes. Just because.
Yo, Grandma, he went to smoke, Grandma.
Hey, Chop.
Bag of chips and a can juice to play with the Knicks. And now all of a sudden he's not a superstar. Come on, cut it out, Guillermo. Cut it out.
Hey, Chop, you there with me, Chop? Is Melo a superstar?
Yeah, I'm here.
Or was he a superstar?
I think he was, but now he's simmered down. They simmered him down.
Well, of course,
for his career. Chop for his career.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he was in Denver, and when he came here, yes. Okay.
All right. Prince?
Undoubtedly, Melo definitely deserves his roses. Definitely. Hey, man, pound that like button. Hey, we got 600 in the chat. Pound that like button. Hey, let's shoot it up. Let's get at least 300-400 in here before we, before we get this game, man. That tell you how much y'all want to win. Let's run these, them likes up. But yeah, Sam, pass the mic.
Yeah. Tony?
Oh, unequivocally. Unanimous. I don't think nobody said no, right?
All right. And Lolito?
Nope.
Listen, in Melo 10 years, there was nobody that was scoring like Carmelo Anthony. Your favorite player's favorite player will tell you that. Melo is one of the guys, every single play, he can give you 2 points. That is a superstar. G-Mo, you're bugging.
Yes, I love I love Gilmore, man. That's my man and everything. But sometimes his thinking is like, I don't know where he's going with that, man. I mean,
what did Josh have to say? Because G-Mo and Josh, they like the two evil twins of the chat. What they? Did Josh agree with?
No, but I think
Josh Kellerman. You got to say Josh Kellerman when you say Josh.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. Just quickly, your predictions for tonight, and then we can rock. Andy, I'm gonna go down the same line. Andy.
Yeah, we're gonna get a W, but I think it might be around 10 points. I'm not gonna say lower. I'm just guessing it's gonna be 10.
Okay. Steph.
We're gonna win. I thought it would be a slugfest the last time, but they just don't have enough people. I think we're gonna win more. I think it's gonna be more than 10, Andy.
Yeah. Okay. I hope that'd be nice. If we get, we didn't get a double-digit win. Did we win double digits against Atlanta?
Yeah.
It was double. It was double digits.
11 points. I call 15.
It was 11. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, you watching too many games. Yeah, you forgot.
That's my man.
If we do, that'd be the third game in a row. We won by double digits, maybe 4. If we win tonight, yeah. Divine.
I think when last time we played them without Derrick Rose. We got Derrick Rose now, so it's a whole different ball game. I think we do the thing, man. 15-15. I didn't get to chime in on the last one. I think we can go 4-1 in the next homestand. We'd be 19-16 going into the All-Star break, but we in here, yo, for real.
Yeah.
And Andy, thanks for the chat this morning, man. Appreciate you.
Cornerstone.
Yeah, the line has us winning by 5. After hearing all the people that are out, put it this way: if we lose this game, it'll be a total embarrassment. That's the one thing. I think we'll win by. I'm gonna go with Steph. I think we'll win either 10 plus probably.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Evergreen.
Yeah.
We win by blowout, and also Melo was a superstar.
He got that look. He like, why is this even a discussion?
Yo, Evergreen.
Win by blowout. Win by blowout. Melo's a superstar. Juju doesn't make the All-Star game and gets snubbed. and this is what we're doing.
Evergreen. The way you said that, it made me think about Eddie Murphy in the movie The Golden Child, and he walked the Chinese guy was like, you got to walk across the thing. He's like, oh, there's no water. He had, don't drop the water. He's like, oh, there's no floor.
Hey, Chop.
He's like, I want it. I conquered this.
Win
Evergreen with the smoke. Huh?
Win or lose tonight. Win or lose, and what's your prediction?
No, because you didn't pull up who's on the roster for Orlando. You didn't pull up who's out, right?
Yeah,
I think Gordon.
We did.
I did earlier. All right, I'm so sorry. Valanciunas is a problem too, and we don't have Mitch. So
that's Memphis, Chop.
Valanciunas, Vucevic. They all sound the same. Listen, I'm so sorry.
It's called Vooch.
You know how they be like? They be like, oh, you guys look the same. Like, no. Like they all sound. Yeah, Prigioni. Yeah, but listen. No, listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. If we could contain him, that'd be great. But I think it's gonna be another scrappy. It's gonna be scrappy. It might be by 10. You heard?
Okay. Yeah. I think it is gonna be scrappy. I think it is gonna be scrappy.
It's gonna be scrappy. It's gonna be by 10.
Yeah. Prince.
Despite who's out. Right.
Nah, I agree. Prince.
Definitely, I think if we can keep their two scores, they don't have a dynamic backcourt sim. So, our 40-point, keep the two back guards. I'm gonna move it to keeping Vucci and your boy Terrence Ross, keeping them under 40 between the two of them. If we can keep the two of them under 40, I think they get blown out tonight.
Okay.
I think that they're the catalyst of their team. Outside of that, You know what I'm saying? It's your boy, the Prince, with your Westchester Knicks affiliate. And I just got to drop y'all. We lost today. We on the 3-game skid. Our boy, Jared Harper, is still out. Theo Pinson is with the big ball club, so he ain't down there either. And I watched them today. We were definitely lacking defense. We have to start playing a lot tighter on defense. We got some scores. Lewis King, he's a guy that I definitely could see the Knicks either bringing up on his squad. He's a 6'8" kid, like 18, 19 years old, young guy. Tonight this evening, he scored 22 points. Iggy dropped 24 for us tonight. And the next top scorer was James Young. So that our problem is really defense. We lost this game late. So there's 2 games that we lost late at the end of the game. They're top scorers, and we lost to the Long Island Nets. So we gotta get our stuff. We gotta get our stuff together. We on the 3-game skid. Jared Harper, that tells you that guy is a guy who can go. They're missing him badly. This was the first game that we got my guy Justin Patton back, and he contributed with what my boy Patton put up. He had 7 rebounds and how many points he scored? Sorry about that, guys.
No, don't worry about it, Uncle P. Listen, all you said was like
11, and he scored 11 points. All right, so he scored 11 points, 7 rebounds in his first game back. But again, our Westchester Knicks, they gotta take a page out of the Big Brothers book, and they gotta start playing defense because again, they gave up 123 points last game. I think they gave up the same in the game before that. That's when we got beat by Linsanity. And I think they gave up almost 130 points that game too. So we got to start playing defense down there. That's the only way we're gonna win ball games. They got some guys who can score the ball, but we got to start playing defense.
Yeah.
Back to Prince. Who's the coach for Westchester?
Our coach is a 2nd-year guy. Me personally, now watching Tibbs and then watching this guy, he's polar opposite. He's almost like a Fizdale type of coach, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't see him with much, it almost seems like he doesn't have a control of the team. You can definitely tell that they're running a lot of the same sets that we run. It's a different action because, again, Justin Patton gives them a little different look at the center position than what Mitch gives us, but they running a lot of the same action, corner shooters, attacking off of double screens. So
but Prince, was that coach under Mike Miller after Mike Miller left, or?
No, I think they hired him. Yeah, I think they hired him. That was like an Allen Houston hire or something coming in.
Yeah,
or
his name is Derek Austin.
Derek Austin. Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, Derek Austin's head coach. Yeah.
Okay.
Tony?
4-game win streak, and then 5-game win streak. But we're gonna say 4-game win streak to 94-114.
Okay.
Right.
I'll take that.
Go Black this time. To the chat.
Take that all day.
We're gonna keep them under 100. Yeah. I like that, Tone.
Yeah. Julito, prediction for the night, man.
Man, I just put on my fantasy league. They starting power forward. I've never heard of this dude in my life. I just know he get 30 minutes a game. I watch basketball every day. I've never seen this dude play basketball in my life. He played 30 minutes a game. Knicks win by 20. Julius with 30 and 10. And again, my guy Theo Pinson will get about 0 points, 0 rebounds, and 400 claps. 400 claps and 2 dance moves tonight. Let's get it.
Right. No doubt.
Can we get 2 dance moves and he on the bench like,
He might get double-digit assists and talking and cheering.
So right, you know what I'm saying?
No. He going to the podium quicker this time.
Right. No doubt.
Introduce Julius.
Shout out to Jonathan JD. Said Ross is so streaky he can break any game open. Yeah, I agree with that. He can break any game open. You got to watch out. So he's definitely a key. And then we got Flip Mode. Thank you for the super chat. He said, thank you for a dope show. Let's get this W. And then Kareem, thank you for the super chat. He said barbecue chicken. I guess he's talking about the Orlando Magic. And let me get in my so we're gonna try to get this one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to remind you to get that NBK app on Wix. The link is at the top of pinned to the top of the YouTube channel, to the YouTube chat. And if you get that app, make sure that you follow. And as soon as we get up to 500 follows, we're giving away 2 Obi Toppin rookie cards. So please make sure that you get in there.
I want the jersey.
Well, like I said,
He said he's going to raise the membership prices for
that. And please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and subscribe and like, share it out there. Get some other people to subscribe. As soon as we get to 15,000 subscribers, I got 2 more Obi Toppin rookie cards that we're going to give away. So let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all. Anyone who was calling and I didn't get to the phone lines, I had some issue with the phone line today. It'll be ready later on for the post game. All right, I'll catch you guys at the post game. 10:15.
Good seeing you, Halito. Good seeing you.
Let's get this done. It's an early game today.
Enjoy Puerto Rico, my brother. Peace.
Thank you.
Yes,
I'm here for you. It's cold up here, man. It's cold in New York.
He was rubbing it, Chop. He was rubbing it in, Chop.
I'm gonna bring
You see what he's doing? What are you doing?
I'm gonna bring
Let me see.
What are you doing?
Put the camera.
That's something.
Sam, I think it's a 7:00 game, so we might be able to get on earlier.
That's right. It is a 7:00 game, so we'll probably get on about 9:45 or something. 9:45, 10 o'clock. Yeah. So.
Yo, Julito, don't be in no hot tub either when we get back on.
Your YouTube page, the notification has a slash on it. So every time I try to click it, it says something about you can't click it because it's for children's content or something like that. The notification bell has a slash on it. Is that just?
I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know. Huh.
You
I
know,
have to check it
out
out and see. Sometimes stuff happens. I have to check it out and see what's going on.
Okay.
I appreciate you all, ladies and gentlemen.
All righty.
Have these
Kev, say something.
I have these husbandly duties to do right now before the game, so let me get at
it. All right. Listen, God bless everybody in the panel, the chat. Tone, Prince, Cornerstone, Evergreen. That's that joint. Julito, ya tu sabe. Listen to First Lady.
Spread love, ladies and gentlemen. We out of here, man. Spread love. We gone.